I like how the rows of letters have different colors. Oh boy, here we go. Thanks, damage done. Did it really store how much health I had? That's interesting. 0 garlic, so that'll be the first thing we need to do something about. So, where we left off last time is that we very much needed to find... Man, do you always start in this town? Jeez. Or maybe this is where I was. I don't remember. Maybe this is where I was when I got my password. But we need to collect garlic. How far in? I have no idea. I think I'm most of the way. Like, I've got... Here we go. I've got all but one... There's one more mansion I need. I need to find Dracula's eyeball. In this lower row, I only have the dagger. Oh, nothing's even equipped yet. This is weird. How do I choose my sub-weapon? Oh, there we go. That was weird. It was like off the screen there. Okay. I've only gotten the dagger. I know there's better knives. And I know there's a stake that goes between these. But there's 2 sub-weapons it looks like I don't have. I do have the cross. We need to get some garlic. That's what we're after right now. And I forgot which town has the garlic, so... I think there's more than one, but I don't remember any of them, so we're just going to go this way. We want to get to the graveyard. So basically, we're at the point where the next thing that we need to do, like several hints are leading us to this, but the next thing we need to do is go to the graveyard. Yeah, the soundtrack of this game is super good. See, this always happens whenever I'm like crouching, waiting for something to happen, that dialogue pops up, and I'm like, oh, I found something. It's just this. Woods. It's funny because not a single thing that we've gotten a hint about that lists the name of a place. Like when people give us hints and say go to blah 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 and list the named place, not one of those places actually has a name that corresponds to anything written on those signs. So I think that when they just translated it, they changed the names of some. They just changed the names arbitrarily. Yeah, I didn't even, like, there were a couple of points in time where I stood in the same spot and just grinded enemies for a while, but only because I was, like, waiting for night to come, and or waiting for night to be done, and I just needed to do it. I just needed to do something. Or places where I was close to getting level, but also close to game overing, so I would just stop and kill a few enemies to get the level up. But for the most part, I just got all this health from just walking around being lost, so we'll see. Now, I do not remember if this town had garlic in it, so that's why we're going to wait around here and see what happens. I know the first town does not. Grinding is crucial. Yeah. Yeah, I've been making maps as well. I haven't used graph paper for it because they're more representative. I'm just making little quick maps, but especially once you get into the mansions, like you kind of need some sort of map. Like the overworld, it's basically just a left-right, and sometimes there's a branch, but it's only like 4 branches in the whole overworld, so it's not really that much different. So I'll basically just go left or go right. 516, we're almost there. I think we've basically thrown holy water at everything here, but... Oops, goodness gracious. Songs sound pretty familiar. Yeah, I mean, the music in this game got reused in a lot of other places before the playthrough. Sure, I mean, I've heard the soundtracks plenty because we use music from all kinds of different games and other things that we do on speed gaming. Woods, right. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I seem to specialize in number 2 games. Haven't we already seen this clue, though? We did not. Yes, we did. We have seen this. So the clues come back, it looks like. Chain whip. Alright, so this is not where garlic is. So it must be town 3 where we get the garlic. Which is fine, because we have to go that way anyway to get to the graveyard. So the graveyard is... There's like a divide in the graveyard. I guess I don't have to go this way to get to the graveyard, but... The map... the place where the tornado takes you to... the way to get back to the rest of the world pre-tornado is to go through the graveyard through this one-way ledge. Wow, you get knocked off for that. So we could get to the graveyard either way, but we're going to go this way because I think this is the only... Well, there's probably another place to buy garlic, but this is the only place that I remember there being garlic. Yeah, I don't think anything here will give me experience. Gosh. the cemetery is to the right, but we do need the garlic, which I think is down. No, wait. Garlic is to the right as well. Graveyard duck. Yeah, that is what the plan is. Something about the graveyard duck. Right for Camilla's Cemetery, which is where we're going. Last time I went to the store to buy garlic, I threw bottles at the floor and then jumped through it. Alright, that's what we want. I don't have the money, because I don't think my password saves money or something. Which is kind of stupid, but... Town 3. Okay. Get me out of here. Oh, I have to say no. Fixed? There's not a fix. There's a fixed ROM hack. Maybe there is. I mean, I don't know why I should be doubtful that someone has what was fixed in the fixed ROM hack. Alright, 16. Let's switch back to this. Oh! Wow. I almost just fell right in. Garlic dew. We don't, well, we know that it harms enemies. Like, the enemies, when they run into it, will just take a bunch of damage. I don't know why I'm coming down here. I don't need anything down here anymore. More helpful dialogues. Ah, because that does seem to be the problem. I think we're kind of gradually learning here that it looks like some of the stuff was just mistranslated, and... What's the curse? And there's other stuff that was... probably just wrong or misleading even in the original version prior to translation, so I'm pretty sure that the hints that people give you are almost completely meaningless. But I'm not really going by the hints. I mean, I am going by the hints a little bit. Everyone, like 3 different people have said something about the graveyard, but they're different things. They say different conflicting things about the graveyard. And those seem to be the only thing that we have left that we haven't done. Alright, so here we are. And so this is the graveyard, and then there's... Just don't want to get knocked into the water or nothing. Wait a minute, have we tried this? Okay. So this is, I guess, a cemetery, not a graveyard. I'm not sure. Some people are talking about cemeteries, some are talking about graveyard, of the 3 hints that we have. This is not a good place to grind money. Terrible. Purposely misleading so people would call the 900 number. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things that sounds like it's true, but it also sounds like something that, even if it wasn't true, is so salacious that it would get propagated as if it were true. So I don't know. That's like too perfect sounding a thing to be, you know, to not get my skepticism hackles up. It's more easy for me to believe that there was a very limited number of game designers working on it, and the project was really disorganized and rushed and was behind schedule, but they made them release it anyway, and there was zero communication between the people who made the game and the people who localized it. Like regular old project management kludge sounds like a easier explanation for why everything is just wrong. Oh, the programmers had to translate it, really? Now, usually these things went to a localization office somewhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Most of the time, the programmers probably would not be the people that want to translate it. That you would want to translate it. All right, 88. We need to get. Let's get 100. I mean, we have to just do this until the night ends, but let's get 100 because I'm pretty sure we can get more than 4 garlics. I think I saw that we got up to like 6 or 8 or something like that. So. Oh, something gave me experience. I wonder what. It was probably the hands. The hands in that cemetery. Alright, there we go. Garbaggio eats nothing but garlic. And the morning sun vanquishes his horrible breath. What a horrible night to share a bunk bed with Garbaggio. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Oh! Yeah! I did that same thing last time I came out of here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, death has like no consequences in this game. Alright, so this is a cemetery. And there's another one. Ha! Oh! I'll give you this silver knife to save your neck. Okay. And then I guess that must mean that this middle thing here is the other knife. The instruction manual mentions that there's 3 knives. And I know the stake goes between there. So all the sub-weapons are accounted for. We just need to find out where that last knife is. So that's something we haven't done before. That's cool. The other hints that relate to this are Get a silk bag from the graveyard duck to live longer. Then someone else in another town not this town, someone else in a different town says dig neither of these hints are actually from the town that's next to us here. Someone else from town number 5 says dig up the 4th grave in the cemetery for a diamond. Bogus hints? I don't remember that. I read the manual oops. The other day when I was playing this, when we got stuck, I read the manual. Well, let's get up to 50. I want to get I want to get some more garlic to refill that. That will also answer the question for me about whether we can have 6 or 8. I can't remember how many garlics. And salt. Okay. That should be about 50. So there's 2 other hints that relate to, one says graveyard, one says cemetery. And then the hint that we just, well, I don't know, there's a 3rd hint. Let me go see what that one said. Whoa, slick. Oh no, it uses up a freaking heart. Watch, it's gonna turn to night. Seven. Okay, so you can have up to 8. I couldn't remember. We tried this before. Just maxing out the garlic. I am, though, going to grind up to 8 garlics, because I don't know how many we're going to need when it comes time for going the other way. There's a different, I don't know if the other one's a graveyard or cemetery, but there's a different one. Okay, how about I play good? How about I just play good? Can you imagine maxing out the garlic on your pizza? Just like, just covered with garlic. I do like garlic on pizza, though. I'm a pretty big garlic fan. Anybody had garlic today? Garlic breakfast? Garlic lunch? Big bowl of Garlicos? How come there aren't any garlic-based breakfast cereals? I put laurels in my breakfast cereal. It makes it very tasty. Can you actually eat laurel? Is that like a thing that you put into food? I guess people put all kinds of things into cooking, but... Okay, we have enough money. We don't need to... to earn here. Let's just wait 6 minutes. No, it's not even 6 minutes. This game goes... This clock goes fast. It'd be like 3 minutes. Honey nut garlicos? Yeah, that sounds good. Aren't laurels like bay leaves? That I'm not sure. Often used in Italian cuisine. Laurel is common in soups. So is that so is it different than bay leaf though? Because obviously, you know, we've all seen bay leaves in soup. When I think laurel, I just think of like the crowns that they put on the Olympic athletes or something like that. And they do keep your cereal from turning soggy, yeah. Laurels are bay leaves. Okay then. Well then, that answers the question. It's plenty common to use laurels in food. I use laurels. I use a laurel leaf, apparently, when I'm making French onion soup, for instance. Garlic in the graveyard summons a stranger. That was another clue that we got. Alright, so let's get our garlic and get out of here. We stayed up all night just for 1 clove of garlic. Repel cockroaches. Oh, neat. Not as interested in maxing out laurels. French onion soup is really good. It's one of my favorite things to make. It's a lot of work. It takes so much time, but really good. Bread and cheese. I mean, if I have Gruyere, I'll use that. I think that's the commonest, but I've made it with regular Swiss cheese before, and that works just as well. Completely fine. But I've also made it with other kinds of cheese. I think once I made it with mozzarella or something like that, and it was fine. And for bread, you just use whatever you got. It doesn't matter. I think you're supposed to use a baguette round, but it doesn't matter. Bread's bread. I mean, bread's bread once you've like toasted it and soaked it in soup. It's not really much difference. Okay, so we're here. Where are we? Oh, we're here. Wait, where are we? Oh, we're here. Okay. That's the place where we got the rib, I think. So we're going way back over to the left. And that's where the other cemetery / graveyard is. And we can also get to the other half of that graveyard we were just in. That had that one-way ledge, but we can come at that from the other side, and we can try garlic over on that side as well if we can't find anything in the other place. But I was pretty sure that this other graveyard that I was thinking of, the one that has the bigger tombstones that you have to jump over, I am fairly sure we dropped garlic all over that place. I'm pretty sure we dropped the garlic all over that place and it didn't do anything. Sharp cheddar. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really think that you can use any kind of cheese for French onion soup. Like, I use sharp cheddar in all kinds of things. And it works out fine. It would lack the punch of the Swiss. Right, I think it's really just the fact that it melts well and like holds together when it's melted that makes it good for that. But yeah, you'd probably be better off with a cheddar. A sharp mozzarella, I don't know. Can you get a sharp mozzarella? Oh, I gotta put my shield on. Bruh, put your shield on. Pretty Gouda. Gouda's pretty good. I like Gouda. I had some Gouda this week. Cheapskate. I'm not using my laurels. Cheapskate. Buffalo mozzarella. I've had that before, I think. Cheddar doesn't melt all that smoothly. Now that is true. I completely trust that guy. The instruction manual says he takes you different places depending on which body parts of Dracula you have. Fontina? Oh, I haven't really had much Fontina. I'm trying to think of last time I did anything with Fontina. So does this take us to the same place? It does, right? This is where we came from. Sharpen the cheese. You need a pencil sharpener. You put a cheese stick in it. Ever put string cheese in a pencil sharpener? If you haven't, you really should try it. Alright, town number 4. Oh, we need to recheck this town. We did not do very much in this town. Thanks for the resub, Toasted Zergling. You're either going to ruin your pencil sharpener or ruin your cheese stick. We still need to recheck the stuff in this town, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to move on. Do I not have the shield? Oh, I was not having it up. So we're here. Where are we at? We're here. So down here is the cliff that we can't... If I go down, there's the cliff that we can't get past. We need the ability to jump higher, which I don't think we're going to get. It's probably more likely that like a platform appears or something like that. Or maybe that's just meant to be a drain for a different area. You're supposed to come out from a different area across the cliff. It looks like we could boost up there off the slimes that are bouncing around. But in general, I want to try to do this without sequence breaking. I want to see if we can actually beat the game as intended. So we're going to go to the left and do the whirlwind thing. Yeah, exactly. I see these things and I'm like, ah, that enemy is like jumps just high enough that I could probably boost off that thing, but then it just puts me... The problem is it just puts you in this place where you're out of logic, and then, you know, nothing... You know, your intuition for what to do just doesn't serve you anymore, because you're probably in a case where you're just going to get stuck. But I don't know. Could be wrong. Could just be some... Could be some cool sequence break. They probably do that in the speedrun. Maybe we'll watch the speedrun after this is over. I like the background here. These are mountain mummies. Mountain mummies. Oh, I need the hover so that I can go up here and enter Area 3. Or would that be Area 4? It would be Area 4, wouldn't it? Last episode of TS is B15, maybe? 15 or 16, I think. So we're here. Subpixel. Yeah, I remember something about to do the floor drop when you drop through the floor. I think you have to line up the subpixels correctly, or you have to set yourself up in the right subpixel. Okay. So if we go left, it takes us back to where we just were, where we found that guy in the graveyard. If we go left, it takes us that way, which we will eventually do. But for the moment, we're going to go to the right, because there's another graveyard. And this lady still is of no help to us. I'm gonna equip it. I don't know, what thing should I equip? I don't know what these other things do. I know the shield does something, and I know the crystal lets you access hidden sequence stuff. Turn right to go north. I like when my navigation app says that. Turn right to go north. The cross. Oh, we already got that. Right. She's just singing the Beatles song, that's all. The sign said, "Stand in the place where you are, now face north." Pretty easy instructions to follow. See, that one's a Laurel guy. Or whatnot. So yeah, I don't really know where the rest of the garlic is, or where else you can get garlic here. Because we just did town 6. Town number 7 is next to the graveyard. Maybe there'll be garlic there. Do I not have my... Oh, let's actually equip this. Something's been giving us experience. There's not much in the game, as this doesn't. There's not much in the game that still gives us experience. Not in any of the areas that we are. Maybe in some of the mansions we can still get XP. Okay, so this is not it. It's the other way. See if it's a cemetery or graveyard. Graveyard. The other one was cemetery. Again, I don't really know if that distinction is meaningful here, or if it's just translation garbage. I just kind of want to wait for it to be daylight. No, let's do it. We'll go over there. We'll go over there now. Dig up the 4th grave in the cemetery for a diamond. Probably wrong. Get a silk bag from the graveyard duck to live longer. Now it's possible there should be a comma in there. Get a silk bag from the graveyard duck to live longer. I don't know if the comma fixes that. It's more just like that might be a separate thought. The duck might be an instruction for what to do as opposed to it being a graveyard duck. This is the 4th graveyard, or 4th, whatever, 4th tombstone. But we've dropped garlic all over this thing and it'll do nothing, so I don't know. Look at that graveyard duck. Get out of my face. Okay. I don't know why I'm waiting for it to be daylight, but I want it to be daylight to do this. Maybe this will be a spot to drop a garlic. We'll try dropping garlic all over this place. Graveyard is churchyard and a cemetery is just a burial place. Okay, well. I mean, yeah, it doesn't pertain to this game, but it is interesting to know what kind of distinctions you can draw there. It was a gray duck. Oh, sounds legit. Okay, let's garlic. Let's garlic. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. 5 left. I know we've dropped some here. Nothing happened. 4 left. Nothing happened. know. Just dropping garlic all over the... Who picks it up? The garlic is gone when I came back. I wonder who ate it. The townspeople just tell us these clues so that we'll drop garlic and then come over and pick it up. Trying to get free garlic out of us. And then right here... 2 garlics left. I don't even want to use one. I kind of want to use one here. Alright, it was nothing. And then this, of course... Oh, I can't use my sub-weapon while the freaking garlic's there. And then, of course, this is this mysterious thing, like, for whatever reason, bottles break there, but the bottles don't break there. So there's something special about that. But we don't know what yet. Well, thanks for the Prime sub. Don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, you can get a free sub. The underpaid gravedigger. Alright, hopefully you can buy some more garlic. I don't remember if there were any other garlic purchasing places. Best garlic is in graveyards. That is true, right? Oh, speaking of sub, we do have a sub vote. As far as which RPG I play next. And yes, those are the only choices. I'm doing 80s PC RPGs, except I'll probably play it on the NES. 5 spice pork spare ribs. Are fried and covered in chopped garlic, hot peppers, and a wok. Sounds delicious. Pool of Radiance would be like, yeah. I think I'm going to go with... I mean, I want to do all of those... I want to do... Well, I don't know about all of them. I'm going to do most of the games in those series that I've listed there, as well as the Ultima series and the Dark Design series, but those last 2 series are not on the list yet. We're just doing 3 things at a time. But if we do the AD&D games, I don't know if we'll start with Pool of Radiance. I think we start with whatever's first. Pool of Radiance is like the 3rd, right? Secret of the Silver Blades is the 2nd. Maybe I have this completely wrong. We'll probably start at the beginning, but I will eventually get up to Pool of Radiance. Okay, so we've done that graveyard thing. Dragonlance series that isn't connected. Is Dark Queen of Corinne Dragonlance, or is that AD&D? Dragonlance, okay. In that case, I probably need to play those games too, because that was, I also played the Dragonlance games, I suppose, when I was a... Dragonlance and AD&D, okay, yeah, so that's, maybe something we'll need to play, because I think that was because that was also a series that I enjoyed a lot as a kid. I thought they were all part of the same AD&D series, but... Yeah, right, there was also the Death Knights of Corinne. I think I played that one too. Carried the characters over. Yeah, in a bunch of these games you can carry characters over, but I think I'm not going to do that. I think I want to get the fresh experience each time and not just have an overpowered character. Unless they absolutely intend for you to do that. Like, if the game is crazily hard if you don't carry your characters over, then maybe we will do that. But I always thought that was a really cool feature when I was... There's no garlic in that town, though. That stinks. I always thought that was a cool feature. Alright, let's try... So the thing I forgot to try earlier, the reason I came back here, is I want to try this knife here. The knife did nothing. Fat nothing. is in the Forgotten Realms campaign. And Bloody Tears. No, I think there are few songs in the same tier as Bloody Tears. No pun intended. I just don't want to leave here because I feel like this is the next thing I have to do. Is there any other thing? 1, 2. I think it's the 4th gravestone, regardless of which direction you're coming from. I think there's 7 gravestones. So I think this is the 4th. This one right here is the 4th, either way. I just don't want to leave here because I feel like this is important. Is this how you dig the gravestone? You throw a flaming knife at it? This game is frustrating. Yeah, let's wait here till day. We already did all these though, right? We already did all the doors in this town, so maybe I don't need to wait for day. There's no place to buy garlic over here. That sucks. You have to go all the way back to the first area of the game and then come all the way back here again and do the whirlwind and then walk all the way to the right to use the garlic. This is not going to take me to that. This is just going to take me to that green swamp. Let's go back to that green swamp thing. We may as well. Let's just go back there. This is a cool looking background. And there's the invisible staircase that we found, which makes me think there's going to be invisible stuff all over in this game that we just haven't found yet. Okay. So, next thing we can try is going back to... Alright then. Next thing we can try is going back to the graveyard where we did see the... Or maybe it was called a cemetery. Where we did see the the Gravekeeper. And we can try using garlic on the other side of that to see what happens. And maybe we can buy some more garlic and just summon that same Gravekeeper again and see if he gives us a different thing the second time. So the only progress we've made since the last stream was finding that silver dagger. But it is unclear to me what that silver dagger actually does for us. I don't know how that's going to advance the game. I think it might just be just a combat improvement. But if we can think of places to use that dagger, we'll try those. So we're here. Now we have to go. Wait, what the hell? Oh yeah, we have to go all the way to the left. Jeez, we have to go all the way to this other spot. Other side of this map. A gentlemanly hedgehog. Still nothing gives us experience here. I wonder what I killed that gave me experience. It was probably those hands in the cemetery. And then I must have killed something else after that, because I got 3 points from those hands in the cemetery, I think. And then something else I killed got me up to 10. And I haven't seen it budge since then. There's no more towns after this one. So if I want to get my health back, I might want to just wait here. In fact, let's do that. I want to get my health back. What's that? Oh, 22:05. We got some time. Okay, 1. It's 6 a.m. when the night changes today. You get all kinds of little graphical glitches by bringing up the menu. Throwing bottles at the passing cars. 5:27, here we go. Was there something in a mansion, I wonder, that I could do with that silver knife? I don't know. I don't think so. I really feel like we cleared those mansions. How many mansions? 4? Did I complete mansion number 4? Did I just not complete that? I must have though, right? Yeah, I completed mansion number 4. Yeah, I've got 4 of those items. Yeah, mansion number 4 was the one, I mean, by my numbering, I don't know, that's probably not their official numbering, but the 4th mansion that I completed was near the other place where you have to crouch by the river. Let's go visit this Joker again. So I think we've already done this. Pretty sure this is just what he says. I mean, it was the flame whip that it gave us, and I'm pretty sure that's all that this guy is about. I don't think that if there's anything more to do here. Fall in. It's another cool looking area. I like the dead trees and the mountains. There's a couple of the areas that have that theme to it, and it looks cool. With different palettes, this has got more of that kind of things like blues and cool greens and stuff. It's more like a Halloween background here. Now, did we already do the laurel stuff? Oh yeah, no, this is the place where you need lots of laurels. That's right. Oh, pay attention. Gotta look at the screen when you're playing. Spell. Very important. I can get more laurels in here, but I'm not going to do that. I have 2 more, and that's all I need. So this was the other side of that cliff. Not going over though. I only have one piece of garlic left. I want to use it in the right spot. I don't know that there's anything we can do with garlic here, honestly. We used garlic on the other side of this. Call Nintendo hotline, yeah, right? And I don't know what it is about daytime. I just assume that things are more likely to happen for me during daytime than night. But that could be... We're in a graveyard. I mean, maybe we should just drop the garlic now. I only have one garlic piece left. I could drop it here, or I could drop it here. It'll probably do nothing in either of those spots. And now it's gone. Eaten by the garlic fairies. The hands are taking the garlic, yeah, right? Those grabby garlic hands. Alright, let's buy a little bit more garlic. We'll go back and drop it once more in that graveyard. Yeah, I want some garlic. Give me as much as you can give me. Give me all your garlic. More. That's not enough garlic. I need more garlic. No. Change my mind. I don't want garlic. Okay, but this time I do want garlic. Here we go. Actually, you can have enough garlic. 8 is enough garlic. 8 is the number of garlic you can have. Just go look in your refrigerator right now. You do not have more than 8 heads of garlic in there. I guarantee you. Alright, so here's Graveyard Gus. Same thing. Same thing. I think that's just a combat item. I don't really think that that's doing anything for us. I think that's just a combat item. I'm gonna look up the manual again. Time to read the manual. Yeah, not very helpful. Yeah, it's not much. Am I just missing something? I mean, it does mention that the ferryman takes you to different places depending on which Dracula body parts you have. But I presume that that just means that, I mean, once I get all 5 of them, that I go back to him and he'll take me somewhere else. But that doesn't... He hasn't said anything different from when I had like 2 body parts versus the 4 body parts that I have now. It was said the same thing, took us the same place. So, I don't know. Also mentions the graveyard, and it says if you're dying to get into the graveyard, find the old man who is the caretaker of the dead. Which we've done. Yeah, I don't know. The only things that jump out to me from this manual, like I've read it like 3 times already, the only things that jump out to me are the part about the graveyard, the graveyard man who's the caretaker for the dead. And it says there's 5 mansions, so that's something we've only seen 4. I guess we knew that there'd be 5 because there's a spot for like the 5th Dracula body part, and in fact one of the hints that we've gotten said that there's a Dracula's eyeball, so I presume the eyeball is going to be what's going to be filling in this gap up here. And the thing about the ferryman knows exactly where to take you depending on the body parts you possess. But like I said, I've talked to him with 2 body parts, 3 body parts, 4 body parts, and it's always the same thing. But that does make me wonder. And then someone said something, it wasn't in the manual, but there was a hint about how the ferryman likes garlic. And I kind of wonder if they're just if they're just making the assumption that the ferryman is the same person as the gravedigger, as the gravekeeper. So maybe that hint is supposed to just refer to that instead. But let's go back. Let's go back to that ferryman and just try the garlic on him now that we have some garlic. If I can remember where the hell I am. Where am I now? If it might be a hint, then don't ask. I want to just see if I can figure these things out myself. So we went back to there, we jumped down, and now we're in this town, right? That's this place. Yeah, we're in this town. Town number 3, this is where I bought all the garlic. Let's go back to Ferryman and try giving him some garlic. I'm enjoying this game. I actually think this is, I mean, other than the fact that we've been stuck on this, on progression, it didn't, this is actually the first time in the playthrough so far that we've really been stuck. Because, and part of that is just due to the fact that I knew that you have to crouch to make the whirlwind appear. Like, I already knew that, crouching at the cliff. And so I imagine we would have been stuck there if I didn't happen to know that already. But that's one, I remember that from playing this as a kid. That's like the only thing I remember from playing this as a kid, honestly. But that plus like AVGN, and it's just such a pop culture thing that, you know, you kind of have to know that one. It was fortunate. Oh, the flame wet bus bricks? I didn't know that. Cool. It was fortunate that I happened to have the crystal equipped, because that wasn't a thing that I remembered, but it happened to be the case that when I had the crystal equipped. I think you have to have the crystal equipped, I don't know. But I know that the crystal lets a bunch of different progress things happen. I think that you need the crystal equipped when you crouch by the rivers to make the screen scroll down. But that was one that we found just by accident, that if you crouch by the river, something happens. I was only doing that because the person who had the hint in the town said, "Meet me by the river at midnight," which was not really a hint for that part of the game, I don't think, because I didn't really meet anybody there and it wasn't midnight, but it made me think that there's going to be something about this river. And other than that, this is the only really sticky part. Everything else, as long as you make maps and talk to everybody and do a little thinking, it, you know, it's fairly straightforward. I don't really think the difficulty is that hard. Like, honestly, nothing that we've fought in this game has been challenging at all. I'll do a little thinking. I mean, I write things down. I write down all the clues that I read, and I draw maps of all the places that I visit. So if the information is there, we should have it. But a lot of the information that you need, I don't think is really there. I think you just have to trial and error things. But we've also been doing a good job of trial and erroring things, so I don't know. I think we've been doing our due diligence here. Yeah, different style of challenge. Yeah, right. Castlevania 1 is all about, you know, complicated combat. You know, having to fight 3 different enemies at the same time with, like, very low movement speed and totally committal jumps. And a slow whip, like, just the basic, like, slow, deliberate mechanics of the game. But this game, not so much. It's a lot easier to fight in this game. For whatever reason, it doesn't really seem like your movement mechanics are better than Castlevania 1, but just the enemies are so janky, like, just one hit. I mean, I know I have the powerful whip, but most of these enemies were just, like, you whip them twice and then they're dead. This is much more about the exploration than the fighting and the platforming. There is sometimes, in the mansions, there's sometimes some difficult platforming. Like, difficult in sarcastic air quotes. Alright, we're gonna give the garlic to the ferryman. Yeah, there's lower stakes too. Like the fact that if you die, basically nothing happens. Okay. Get out of here. I'm trying to garlic. Bro, I'm trying to garlic. It just drops right in. Ugh. What a tool. Right. It is, right? We drop it here, nothing. It always gets me every time. A dialogue pops up and I think that I've just unlocked something, and it's not. It's not. So the other thing that they do say in the manual is this guy takes you to different places depending on which body parts you possess. Now I don't remember the first time I came here which body parts I had. I do want to try the I feel like maybe the ring's gonna do something. Oh, it's just dropping garlic. Don't drop all that garlic, dude. Oop, dead. Is that my last life? Okay, good. We haven't found any use for this either. The nail. I think though that once you get all the body parts, maybe he takes you to Dracula. Oh, it's just because I talked to him as I was jumping off. Right, just drop me off in the water. Talked to him with the crystal. The crystal is usually a sequence item. I think you need that for a couple of different things, and it makes platforms appear. I should also check if that crystal makes... I think I've tried equipping that crystal at all those ledges. There's like a couple of ledges that we can't get up or down. And then the heart. Wait, what's that? Wait, he said something different that time. And now he's gone. He's back, okay. Oh my god. That was it? Oh, now he's got the ha again. So that was, it's the heart? You just have to talk to that guy with the heart. I pushed B as I was jumping. I would have come back though. I would have come back. I'm going left anyway. I would have come back on that screen. Probably with the same thing equipped. You know, I don't know really. Okay, we have another mansion. I'm not going in. I want to see what's over here. Oh, there's more stuff. Okay. Let's do this. Oh god, how nice it is to actually have progress again. I was really enjoying this game when we were making progress in fighting dungeons and stuff. But once you get blocked on sequence, ugh. Oh, I better keep the crystal equipped as well. So I think the crystal was responsible for making a hidden platform appear in the first mansion. Whoop. This is our last life. I don't know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many lives you have in this game. I think that you needed to have it equipped. It's not a matter of just possessing it. But it is a good thing I read that manual then, because I probably wouldn't have gone back to that boatman again if it wasn't a thing if it wasn't a clue in the manual. And the manuals are pretty helpful. We learned that in Crystalis as well, that the manual was not entirely useless. I never read them. Like, when I was a kid, I never read the manuals on these games. When I got a game, I pulled it out of the box, and then I never saw that manual again. It probably ended up, you know, just shoved in a closet somewhere, and then my parents threw it out, like, when I left. You know, it was probably all kinds of information contained in those. I wish now I'd save those manuals, because it, you know, if you want to sell a game, it makes them worth a lot more when you have the manual with it, but... Well, a little more. But not that I'm, like, looking to sell Nintendo games for money, but I do kind of feel like the whole unit is more valuable when you keep the manual with it. Didn't need the manual. Yeah, I remember when I was doing Star Tropics, it was fortunate that I beat the games, or that I got up to the point where you need the code. It was fortunate that I got up there pretty quickly, so the manual hadn't been thrown away yet, or the letter that came with the manual hadn't been thrown away. Strategy guides. Yeah, strategy guides are cool. I never really... I mean, other than the ones that came with Nintendo Power, I had those strategy guides, but I never really went and bought other strategy guides. Usually I would just ask my friends. I had so many friends who were just obsessed with Nintendo, like myself, that there was usually somebody to ask. Quest of the Avatar? I don't think I read the manual for that. I have the cartridge, but... Also, like, even a lot of the cartridges I have now, I did not have those as a kid. I got those, like, much later on when I was in college, and everyone was getting rid of their Nintendo games. I would go on Craigslist and just look for people selling large batches of NES games, and I got probably like 100 games that way. So more than half the games in my collection are stuff that I got like much later on, but pretty much all of them I'd played by renting them, because that was the thing. Like every week we would rent a game. Yeah, it was great times before people like realized that these are things that people would eventually want to collect. But you know, it's kind of on the cusp when you're like, oh, this is a place I haven't gone. Like when a system is outdated, but not so outdated enough that it's a classic. That's kind of the sweet spot to go and get all that stuff. For 79 cents. So there's two ways to go up here. Let's do the left way first, because I feel like that's going to be least likely to lead us to the boss. The bosses tend to be to the right, for whatever reason. Boss rooms tend to be to the right. That's a one way. Different SMB versions. I have a couple of I have like 6 Mario and Duck Hunt 2-game pack. I think I have like 6 of them. I don't think I have the SMB one on its own. I don't think I have that. And I have at least one of the triple pack that had the world-class track meet. I wonder what's over in that little niche there. Ooh, a clue. It's a clue. Interesting. Another person gave us the hint to bang your head against Deborah Cliff, which is supposed to be to duck, and then this person is just saying wait with the red crystal. So I guess there's the 2 parts of that. They're like having to duck and having the red crystal come in different clues. That's interesting. I mean, we must have done this out of sequence. I bet we were supposed to have done this much earlier because... Wait. Okay. I bet we were supposed to have done this earlier. Oh, come on. I don't want to die here. Sounds like a solid investment to me. More Adventures of Stinko. Why does that look like I should be able to do something there? Wood will never go down in value. Good investment. Well, stuff's been giving me XP in here. We have a boss. Look at that. Oh, get me out of here. I wanna get out of here. But you don't have to fight him. We're just gonna leave here without fighting the boss. You now process Dracula's eyeball. Nice. 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 Processed Dracula's eyeball. Should I equip it? I don't know. Awesome. Equip. Let's equip it. Yes. You now process the gold. Oh, this one's spelled right. Okay. You now possess the golden knife. Nice. Look at that. Ooh, it makes a cool sound. I'm gonna leave the eyeball equipped, because what if the eyeball lets me see things? Maybe the eyeball lets me see things. It was a blind run up until now, but now we have the eyeball so we can see. This was nothing, right? This doesn't take me back to anything. Okay. Compare that Grim Reaper fight to the Grim Reaper fight in Castlevania 1. I'm just saying, it's not a difficult game, it's just really obtuse. And so now we're over here. Oh, that's a thing we can go through. Okay. Did we find that already? I think I already found that. No, I didn't. I didn't know, right? Maybe. Ah, we got it. Whoa. What? What does that mean? Yeah, I kind of figured the bottles might have a different trajectory if I was jumping, but let's see. Place the lure. Silk bag to bring them to life. This is the second thing that involves silk bag that we've heard. You can get a silk bag from the graveyard duck? And that might actually just be the word duck, like to duck down, the verb. That might be what that is. I still feel like I'm being gaslit by this game. I'm just saying. Alright, and this is the last thing we haven't gone to, is this way. We have not been this way yet. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, well, we do have the eyeball. Oops, that's right. We can drop through there. Do I actually want to drop through there? Maybe I do to get to this, to get out of this place. Alright, so now we can go left. This is a new area that we haven't been to. Actually, we can go right as well, can't we? Who's that guy? But this is just going to take me back to the normal spot. So I think he just took us back to the normal spot. But let's go... yeah, okay. But let's go and equip that heart. Actually, first I want to equip the eyeball and see where he takes me. You got the eyeball equipped. Oh, I already had the eyeball equipped, and this is where he took me. So this is not going to take me to a good place. So let's try the heart again, because that got us somewhere. You know what? Let's just find a church. We don't need to be dead. Forget it. Let's just move on. Let's just move on, whatever. I'm not going to wait around, whatever it is, 5 minutes for this thing to change. We don't need that church. Right, we got the heart. The heck? Bruh. I got the heart equipped. Maybe it has to be the other direction? Ah, it has to be this direction. Okay. Alright. So that's the mansion. So now we're in new territory. You haven't seen any of this stuff yet. I'm going to keep that eye equipped, though. I'm going to keep an eye out. God. It's fine. Good thing we didn't wait around to get into the church. Eek. Oh no. No. Sloppiness. It does look like you get more air when it's going up than if it's going down. Oh, hello. I'll give you a diamond. Oh. Dig up the 4th grade in the cemetery for a diamond. Dig up the 4th grade at the grave in the cemetery for a diamond. So that hint is nothing to do with what just happened right now. Because we're not in the cemetery. And we didn't dig up anything. So, yeah, that's about how much you can trust the hints in this game. Now I'm going to have to try to equip all the body parts when I reach different parts of the game. Now that we know that you have to have them equipped to do whatever sequencey things. Oh, the diamond. Oh! Does it use up? It does use up hearts. Wow, cool. It's like a Super Mario Land fireball. I'm going back to my holy water, though, because I like to throw stuff constantly and not deplete my hearts. Okay, so we have a diamond. And we also have Dracula's eyeball, so now we might be able to do some new things. Oof. New things like going for a swim. Yeah, Stinko Belmont needs a bath. Stinko Belmont was just taking a bath, that's all. Dracula's swim trunks. Creepy. Creepy. Alright, so what are the things that we haven't done yet? So now, we have that green swamp had a... Actually, I'm going to put a star there. That green swamp had a hidden staircase. So that could be something. If we go all the way to the left, there's that cliff that we couldn't get up, so maybe one of these items will let us get up that cliff. Where are we right now? Where's the ferry boat? Oh, it's there. Okay. So we're there. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's try that one cliff that we couldn't get up. Is he coming back? Beat this for the first time today. Oh, neat. Yeah, it's a challenge. It's fun though. I'm really glad we're playing this here because I don't know. This is it really is an interesting game. I'm pretty impressed with it. Yeah, so the cliff is down here. I'm about to as well. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I got the ice crystal equipped. Oops. There's a cliff over here, and then there's a cliff, like a ledge that I can't get up to over here, and there's a ledge all the way to the right that I can't get up to. I think those are the two loose ends that we haven't tied up so far. I mean, the two obvious things, but there could be more. There could be more stuff that's just not obvious. Alright, so we're here. So this is a ledge we couldn't get up to before. And again, like I was saying, I think that we could probably get those slimes to boost us up there, but I'm using Dracula's eyeball. Let's use some of the knives here. Nope. Nope. The mood of the game is great. Yeah, I think this is a beautiful game. Like, I really do think this is a great looking, great sounding game. It controls pretty well. I mean, for a Castlevania game, it controls pretty well. Well, for a classic Castlevania game. It controls better than Castlevania Adventure. That's really all I'm going to say about it. But, yeah. Great. It's great fun. If only the hints made any sense and were of any help, so you weren't just trying stuff at random. That would be great. It's ambitious. It was a big, right, it was a big jump up from what... from where this series started. I mean, in terms of complexity, I really do like Castlevania 1, though. That's just a well-made platformer. Ring... Crystal. Rush to release. It kind of seems that way. Okay. So we'll go to the other cliff now. Maybe that gold knife, or whatever it was that I got from the Reaper, will let me blast the bricks over at the other cliff. So there's a cliff like this. If I go all the way over to the right. Is it all the way over to the right? Yeah, it's all the way. Oh, no. No, I have to go over to the other... It's not all the way to the right. I have to whirlwind over. But then it's all the way to the right after that. Castlevania 3. Yeah, I think Castlevania 3 is just a masterpiece. The game is just gorgeous and it's so much fun to play. But I do agree that it was in some ways, a step down from this game. At least in terms of the complexity. Or at least in terms of the exploration aspect. I mean, it did have some exploration in that you could make, you know, go up or go down type choices. You could make like a binary choice at a couple of points in the game. And so it actually did let you go around and do some different stuff. And it is fun to explore the castle. Like I loved going trying to find the longest way to go to Dracula. And just going around and just seeing like the bowels of the castle. There's some really good stuff there, but it's not really exploration in the same way that this game is, or like, you know, a Zelda game or something. Like, you're not really going exploring and looking for a sequence. Okay. And I do think that adds a lot to a game. And it's kind of interesting then, because after Castlevania 3, I don't know if it's the next Castlevania. I think they probably made the second Game Boy Castlevania after that. But eventually you get to the Super Castlevania 4, and it's back to just like, Super Castlevania 4 is just back to like Castlevania 1 again. And it's really good. SCV4 is an excellent game. But they definitely did not embrace the RPG elements. Like, they were just done with that. But then you get Soten, and then RPG elements are back in full force. It's kind of interesting that, like, 3 out of the, like, of the classic Castlevanias did not even have the Metroidvania elements. You know, 1, 3, and 4, and the 2 Game Boy games were not at all Metroidvania. Castlevania 4 is amazing. I love that game. Okay, so we're here now. It is doing really well. So this thing drops us off at mansion number 2, or the one that I've called mansion number 2. And we go to the right, and then down, to the right and then down, and then that will be the last loose end that we haven't found a way to explore. So that would be there's a ledge, or there's a little ledge that we can't jump up that's next to a bridge, and 2 of those blocks on that ledge are special blocks. They look like we can throw items through them. I don't have a map printout. I have maps that I'm drawing on paper. So I've been mapping this game by hand. But I do have the instruction manual, or I've been looking at a PDF of the instruction manual, so I'm trying to do this game and other games like this using the instruction manual, but not using any guides or any maps except for those that I make. I mean, I don't know if it's the best way to play. I think at some point we're going to run into some games that are just way too obtuse to figure it out. And rather than just being bored for 100 hours, we might look up a guide. But so far we haven't run into a game where that has to be where that has to be done. But speaking of really obtuse games where we're going to need help to be able to complete them, the next RPG I play will probably fall into that category. So subs can vote on that if they like. Hide Light in Milon's Secret Castle. Milon's Secret Castle made me so mad. I was not happy. I was not enjoying it when I played that game. I rented that as a kid, and I got like 2 screens into the game. I don't think I even fought a boss. Like, I couldn't figure out I did not figure out to go down, like, the well, or whatever it was. I don't even think I got to the well. But I could not figure out what to do in Mylan's Castle. And then I played it for, like, a sub-special or something like that, like 7 years ago or something like that. I played it on stream, and with the help of the people in chat, I was able to get through, you know, to, like, the first or second boss. And even then, I was just done with that game. But I think that's a game I would probably enjoy if I learned the speedrun route. I think I would probably enjoy that. Hide Glide was a game that I rented as a kid multiple times, and I got really far in it, surprisingly far for a game that's that obtuse. But also never beat that. And then later, when I came back to that game, I did not do a blind playthrough or a semi-blind playthrough. I just straight up went to speedrunning it. And there weren't really good speedruns of it at the time. I had to kind of make up my route, but I did have the benefit of being able to read the walkthroughs. So I never really had the experience of playing through all of Hide Glide, trying to figure the stuff out on my own. I, you know, got pretty far as a kid without any help, but I only really beat it once I started speedrunning the game. I have no idea. No idea. I'm not keeping up on that kind of thing. Curse speedrun. I think it's fun. I think the Hide Glide speedrun was fun. I think the game gets much better once you know what to do. And once you don't feel guilty using saves. Like the in-game saving feature, you can just save scum your way through a lot of really difficult stuff, and you can fight those sea monsters to grind up. They get like 50 experience points each. You can grind up real fast on those sea monsters. And once you're willing to do that, the game becomes so much better. Alright, so here we are. Oh, now we can break these. Now we can break these. We found progress. Ultima on the NES. Avatar or, there's one before. There's two NES Ultimas. I actually haven't played the previous NES Ultima. I played the second one, just Avatar. That's one I hope to play again on stream sometime. Exodus is 3. Yeah, I played Avatar. There are 3 Ultimas on the NES. Oh, that's right. There was another one with the purple cover. Did we just walk into Dracula's castle? Check out this awesome music. Yeah, the color. Nice. This feels like this is a special place. This must be the last castle. Yeah, I want to play Exodus on stream at some point, but not yet. The funny thing about Ultima Quest of the Avatar is that I speedran that game. I had the world record in that game. Well, I mean, just because I was the first speedrun of it, so de facto world record. And yet, I did all that planning just with guides and maps, so I didn't, like, figure out, I didn't actually do I never beat that as a kid, although I think I got to the final dungeon. So I did at some point in my life figure out that game, but I had to call the Nintendo Power Hotline to get through that game when I was a kid, so there was a couple of things that I just couldn't figure out. But, with Ultima 4, or with, I mean, I don't know, is that 4? Yeah, 4. With Ultima Quest of the Avatar, I learned that as a speedrun, but I remember nothing about it. If I were to play through that game again now, there would probably be a few things familiar to me, but I do not remember the speedrun route. I don't remember, like, what to do. I don't remember where anything is. It would basically be a blind playthrough on a game that I used to have world record in, which is kind of ridiculous. But it just shows, like, how much when you're speedrunning a game, like how little you have to know about it, because you can just use resources to, you know, maps and guides and things like that to figure out what to do. And you don't have to know how to do anything except just the route that you have memorized. You're just playing a very small subset of the game. Alright, let's try this. Probably don't need holy water anymore. Let's try one of these knives. Here it is. Okay, make sure to put the laurels into the silk bag so that they come to life. Alright, let me know when the boss fight starts. Get... $14.31 to 76. Yeah, so I think this game has different endings based on how fast you beat it. So if I go through this again, maybe we can try to get the good ending, but I'm not going to do that today. Yeah, let me look that up. I'm curious about the endings. Let's go look that up. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. To get the good ending, it has to be 7 days or less. And there's a middle ending at 8 to 14 days. And if you're at 15 days or more, you get the bad ending. Interesting. Let me see how long the speedrun is for this game. This is bad. That's the bad ending, I think. I'm pretty sure that was over 14 days. $30 minutes. A retranslation patch. Oh, neat. Yeah, I think this game would be so much better. I think this game would be so much better if someone just rewrote the hints so that they actually told you how to beat the game. Because everything else about this game besides the hints are really good. Like, I really like the exploration. Like, the atmosphere is just so good in this game. This is like a great October game to play. Like, this game just feels amazing, but the hints are so wrong. It's just frustrating. Just so frustrating. No graveyard duck. Like, even with the other, like the verb duck, like, what, like, there's all kinds of places where you had to duck to do things, but none of them in the graveyard. Like, getting the silk bag was another thing that they said, which is not, like, what? Where's the silk bag? What does the laurels have to do with it? Like, there's a bunch of stuff which is just blatantly wrong. Yeah, you can share links. And you're welcome to spoil stuff now. Like, if there's something that I missed in the game, you can say so now. Was there something else that I got? Oh, is that the diff for it? Yeah. If anyone wants to play this game, I'm going to just say, like, if you want to play this game blind, use that translation, or use that version instead. Don't do what I did. The finding your way around was not fun. Like, that aspect, or like the being stuck forever was not fun. But everything else about this game was really a blast. I loved it. There was a graveyard. That was a graveyard? To damage boost over the wall to wrong warp. I figured, because that definitely looks like you can damage boost. Oh, thanks, Wash Farm, for the bits. Thank you. If you equip one of the body parts, the bricks. Oh, well, yeah, it's the eye, I think, because I think the eye is how I broke the bricks to get to this Dracula's lair. Oh, Dracula's nail is the one that makes you break blocks. Because I was breaking blocks earlier with the whip, and I didn't know why. Oh, the silk bag lets you hold 8 laurels. But that's weird, because the clue that they gave about the silk bag is that the laurels in it come to life. So that's the worst part about these hints, is that they're all like referencing things that you actually need to do and items that you actually can get and can use, but they're referencing them in ways that don't make sense functionally. Like, that is not what the hint. It's like they took hints of different parts and just like blended them up and redistributed them. Like, they don't make sense. Lets you see notes in the walls before you reveal them. Oh. Because by the time you get the eye, you don't need it. How many of the notes did I get? Let's see here. I was keeping track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only got 9. I only found 9 hints. Out of 13. 10? Are you sure? It says 13 in the... Someone said there was 13 Dracula clues. Someone in one of the towns did. Oh, the blocks in front of Dracula's lair only break when you have all the body parts. Interesting. Interesting. I want to see that one spot. Let's see if I can continue. Oh no, I don't get a password? Dang, dude. I'll use my password from when I started this session. It doesn't have that last mansion completed. I know I could look up a password, but whatever. Yeah, 13 clues. That's what I said. That person in town said that, which means there's like a 45% chance that could be accurate. Q7 easy. Yeah, if the person in town says there's 13 clues, that could mean there's anywhere from 1 to 12 or 14 to 99 clues. A single member of town tell the truth. I mean, there's some people say things that are like, you know, really vague, but are not explicitly wrong. Like, really vague and not explicitly wrong is about as good as you can say. That's about as kind a thing as you can say about the townspeople. Alright, so that cliff to the left, let's try that. This is the stuff I have, though. I don't have the eyeball. I did not clear this game in 2 hours. I had another stream where I went for like 4 hours or so. So it was probably about 6 hours to clear this game. Maybe 7. Yeah, I guess the salespeople are actually selling the things that they claim. Honestly, like, of that 6 to 7 hours, probably only about 2 of it was I actually making progress. I think most of the time I was just backtracking to retest things that I hadn't tested. Alright, but let's not equip the heart because I want to go to the normal place here. fake salesperson. Right, yeah, right. That seems like they just give you the wrong price. You say that it costs one thing, but it just takes twice as much of your money. Like, that definitely is a thing that could happen. Yeah, the one person who says we should just live here forever. We should live here together. That person was sincere. And there was that one town where like everyone was hitting on me. That's probably all a lie as well. The Death Star person. What was the thing about the Death Star? Like, someone mentioned something about a Death Star in one of these towns. Like, what was that about? Do I have garlic? Bro, I don't have garlic. There was no garlic in that save file. I don't have that. Boo. Stinko Belmont. So that ledge that we're talking about, I just use garlic there, and it gives you the silk bag that you can keep laurels in, right? Is that all there is? So is that the only thing I missed? At that cliff, I just need to use garlic and I get the silk bag. I mean, I'll go and still do it. I don't mind if y'all just tell me the answer. I'm curious if there's other stuff that I didn't get. I mean, obviously I missed 4 of the clues, the Dracula clues, but I don't need to find those. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's tough. You have to have seen, like, both of these streams or have been really paying attention to my inventory. Silver knife. Yeah, I did. Yeah, we can't tell now because I lost. I mean, when I won the game, they didn't give me a password, but I did find all the items on the top and the bottom. Like everything here was full. I got the silver knife and the gold knife. Two passive items in that middle row. What's the other passive item? Is that the bag? Is the bag, so it's next to the cross. Okay. Yeah, so that's everything then. I did find it. I mean, once I get the bag, that will be everything. Yeah, I have the crystal, right. I got the blue crystal, and then before I even used it, I traded it for a red crystal. But presumably the effects are cumulative, because it didn't seem to matter. Oh yeah, so I guess the crystals do different things. The white crystal, I think, let me see that platform that was going up and down in the first mansion. And the red crystal, I think, let me crouch by the river. Or maybe the red crystal let me crouch by the whirlwind place. But maybe the blue crystal does one of those two things and not the other. But because I had the red crystal, I just did that. I used it for both of those occasions. Yeah, I presume they're cumulative because it doesn't give you an option whether to trade crystals And once you've done it, you can't go back, so... Blue does the river, and red is the whirlwind. Okay. Interestingly, I did the whirlwind before I did the river thing. It didn't really seem to... Like, it seemed to not matter what order I did those. Okay, so I can't break this, and I equip the nail, and I can break it. Neat. What does the ring do? It's the heart, so the bone's the shield, the heart lets me talk to the river guy, that eyeball lets me see where the notes are hidden, the nail lets me break blocks with my whip, the ring does nothing, and the red crystal lets you see... Oh, the ring changes your whip? You just need the ring and the cross for Dracula's Castle. Don't you need everything for Dracula's Castle? It's more powerful, but it uses hearts. Doesn't seem to. There's a note here? Where? I did not get any notes in the overworld. I got 2 notes in towns, and all the rest from dungeons. Like, here in this cave? This is where I got the flame. And the rock. Okay, let's try it. Yeah, you need everything to do that. Right. Oh, ridiculous. Now that's a useful hint. Look at that. I don't know what to replenish Earth means. That's bullshit. But the kneel by the lake with the blue crystal. That's an actual hint of a thing that you need to do in this game. And the funny thing is that you wouldn't ever see that. You would never know that note was there if you didn't have Dracula's eyeball. Which maybe you could have gotten the eyeball sooner. I guess I could have used the heart and done the ferryman thing and then gotten the eyeball before I did this. Where did they get the earth part then? That's ridiculous. Why did they... What is this... What are these translations? It's as if that the people translating it, not just did they not know what you need to do in the game, I think they didn't even realize that the things that they were translating were important to the game, because you would probably be a little bit more literal. Even if you didn't know what the mechanics of the game were, you'd probably be a little bit more literal with your translations if you knew that the clues, that the text that you were translating was an actual clue for something important that you need to do. Okay, so this is the town, I think, where we can actually buy garlic. Where the heck am I? Wrong. It's the other way is the town where I can buy garlic. Okay. Yeah, it is really cool when the screen scrolls down like that. Alright. I don't remember, was it in this one? I think it was this one for the garlic. I'll be back in just a minute. Equip the stupid nail. Oh, you dead. Do I have any more lives? Please. Okay, good. Do I need to whirlwind to get to that? I do not, right? I do not. Nope, I do not. Yeah, I fell into that thing more than once. Yeah. Okie doke. Alright, so we're getting there. I should point out that we do have a... Like, after I get this less garlic, I'm going to probably be done streaming for the day. Get the last, not the last garlic, but this last item with the garlic. And I think I'll be done for the day, but I will point out that we do have a survey going to see what I'm going to play next. And there it is, or a poll going for subscribers. Remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you can be a subscriber for a month, and that will let you vote. And that will be the game I play next, one of those 3 RPGs. I think that should work, right? I don't know if it works with... if it has to be on a line by itself. Yeah, try it without, I don't know. Oh, it does. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. That's too bad, because it does put the quotes around it in the text there. I can't really change that. The bot itself puts those quotes there. Need to be without. Yeah, that's interesting. Or maybe it's not that it has to be on a line by itself, but maybe it has to be a whole word and it doesn't use punctuation to break things up. Oh my god. Oh, we're live. So yeah, that's yeah, next game I want to play is going to be a classic RPG. I'll probably play the NES version of whatever it is. Although I probably will eventually also play the PC version of that game, and of all 3 of those series, I do want to play through those series. But we're going to start with NES. Oh god, come on, dude. I knew that was there. Eek, come on, dude. Oh wow, Bard's Tale's making its way up there, but Wizardry does seem to be the favorite so far. Olympus, Battle of Olympus. Oh, the yeah, that will probably make its way back onto the... Oh, this is a graveyard. I never really noticed that. That'll make its way back into the poll eventually, because I would like to... I mean, I do want to play that again. I'll give you a silk bag. Ooh. Okay, so is there any way to get up here? The speed run, this is the thing that the damage, okay, the speed run does it and it is damage boosting. But it's a wrong warp. So it's, you're not, the game doesn't, right, because we had already speculated that you can damage boost up there. But the game does not allow you to get up there in any way, right? You're not like supposed to be able to get up there. Oh no, we can't have garlic, that messes us all up. You're not supposed to get up there, and where does it warp you to? And you just gotta hope that the slime does a big jump. Whoa, look at that big jump on that slime. A vampire slayer in his blob. Stinko Belmont in his blob. Please, come on now. No! That was the jump we wanted. I just wasn't in the right spot. And slime disappeared for a second. Come on. Don't get me up there! Oh no. Yeah, get up there. Come on. Come on. Yeah, with this being this RNG, that's gonna be so risky to do this in a marathon run. Yeah. Oh man, that could have been it. Completely skip one of the Chris. Oh, really? Oh, so this happens like pretty far into the run, right? So you're betting on this garbagey jump here after having already committed yourself to a run. That's terrible. Alright, that's it for me though, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm glad we got to beat this game. that's all. See y'all next time.